Rebecca, how many times have you gotten so angry you wish you could just break something, but you had to keep all that anger bottled up?
How many times during a show, or how many times? I'm only kidding, Jeff. Never. I don't get angry. As Anna Werner tells us, there's a place where you can release those frustrations, and it's just smashing.
This is the anger room, a new Dallas business where people pay to turn their frustration into destruction, one swing at a time. For $25, customers are given 5 minutes and a baseball bat to demolish everything in sight. The premise? Allow people to pummel away their problems, pay more money, and get more time in the room, and more objects to destroy. Suksan Litasek came to the anger room with a lot of stress.
I've had a hard time dealing with people growing up. It's just, a lot of racism, a lot of exclusion.
So the 26-year-old MBA student from Fort Worth started swinging. 5 minutes and a room of debris later.
I think it was therapeutic. Hey, I feel better than when I came in here.
You'll put on your coveralls.
That's exactly what Donna Alexander likes to hear. She opened the anger room last December as a way to help people deal with life's frustrations. She came up with the idea when she was a teenager surrounded by violence.
When guys get into it with their girlfriends and stuff like that, they would literally punch holes in walls. It's just something that I felt there was a need for, and I just wanted to supply a solution for the need.
Her solution does come with risks. All of that debris can be dangerous. The shattered TVs and computers, potentially toxic.
We give them masks, and then they wear full coveralls.
Do they have to wear that stuff?
Yes, they have to.
Customers also sign liability waivers. But the risks didn't deter Skylar Marr. He's an insurance adjuster and signed up for an appointment for next week.
Where do you think that comes from, the desire to break stuff?
I don't know, just letting out anger, frustration, in a healthy way, of course.
Providing a place to let it out is bringing in customers. The anger room already plans on expanding. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Anna Werner, Dallas.
So is an anger room really a smart way to deal with your frustrations? Dr. Jennifer Hartstein is here with some insights on that. Jen, it's so good to see you again.
So great to see you guys.
I've been trying to discourage Jarvis from breaking out the bat here. We spent a lot of money on this new studio.
This is a beautiful studio. I'm going to make my anger room elsewhere.
A good idea?
No. Yes and no. We would like it to be a good idea. It sounds great in theory. We all have that moment where we're like, oh, I just want to bash something, break something. The problem is for some people, this can actually increase their aggression, increase their sense of anger. So then they leave there. Where do they put it then? Because we can't live in the anger room. And it doesn't actually solve the problem. So you walk in there with the problem, you have this release, and then what do you do with it? That's really one of the issues.
Some people, though, they feel like I can't solve a problem that I've been talking through multiple times over. I know that's the healthy way to handle it. Why not resort to this if you just know that talking isn't going to fix it?
So you need to build in something that's a more long-term solution, right? This is a quick stop, and it's also expensive. You can't go every for 5 minutes, $25, that's not cheap. So
you max out your credit card on the anger room.
On the anger room, exactly. So you have to figure out what you can do instead. Might that be finding someone to talk to? Might that be going to the gym? Might that be choosing something like boxing that might find the release, but done in a very controlled way? Yep. So find a way to release the feelings if you can't change the situation.
The gym is always a great idea, isn't it? And sometimes it's tough to actually get there or go for that run or whatever else, but you always feel so much better.
Totally. So there's all these healthy ways. This we want to say is a healthy way, and it really, as we've said, isn't. So find the gym. If you can't get to the gym, do something in your house. You can do jumping jacks in your house. You can take a walk outside with your dog if you have a dog. You can walk up and down the stairs in your house if you can do that. Find a way to get some sort of exercise, and if you can't, breathing is your first step to everything. If you can stop and take some deep breaths, you can actually make a different choice after that. And we don't stop. Anything can wait 10 seconds, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes. Nothing needs to be done like that.
You said for some people this is almost a snowball effect, that the problem gets bigger, the anger gets bigger. Is there a particular personality type that you're looking at here that would really, under those, in an anger room, be in a bad place?
Well, there are definitely people that have anger management problems, right? That we just know. They just have a very short fuse. They snap very easily. Maybe they bottle it all in. These are the people that I'm not going to recommend go to some place like that because it's going to fuel that more.
Jen, you deal with a lot of kids, and you talk to kids who have some issues. What would you recommend for parents who are watching right now, whose kids maybe angry, maybe acting out. How do they do things differently than adults?
They don't. You know, kids will want to punch the pillow or punch the bed or do those things too. So get your kids active, teach them breathing techniques. Maybe, you know, a lot of research is showing how much yoga can do for stress management, not just for adults, but for kids and teenagers. Get them involved in things and teach them how to communicate rather than how to act it out. Because if we can do that, we can stop some of the acting out down the line.
Yeah, I wonder how much this is the result of inactivity and people sitting at their desks or at computers all the time and looking for an outlet where they can be active.
And feeling very helpless and feeling very like I don't have any control in my life. But if you can control your feelings, you have some control.
I learned this week that sitting is one of the worst things you can do for your health, just like sitting all day long. So get up and get active, I guess.
And it'll fuel that stress and anger. So, you know, make sure that you do something else.
We're going to go smash some things. Jen?
Enjoy that, Jeff.
Jen Hartstein,
Thank you,
thanks.
Jen.